Hi, and welcome to Nathan Harrington Coaching. I'm Nathan, and today I want to talk about a topic that might not seem that sexy at first glance, which is accountability. But in this video, I'm going to give you some tools that will allow you to redefine accountability so that it's an empowering proposition for you and for others. Often we find ourselves tangled in feelings of shame, blame, and guilt when it comes to accountability. But what if I told you that being accountable could be a purely positive and empowering experience? First, let's explore why we often devolve into blame or guilt around the topic of accountability. First of all, accountability isn't always used out in the world and in our culture in an empowering way. If you ever watch the news, we often hear it used with a sense of accusation and blame. Perhaps for politicians or business leaders, we hear things like, who's accountable? Whose fault is it? So a part of our experience of accountability comes from the fact that we use the word to mean many different things, some of them positive, some of them negative. Additionally, whenever we are dealing with accountability from the perspective of what we didn't do, times where we didn't show up as our best or didn't keep some promise or agreement, consider that why being held to account by someone else or holding ourselves to account can be a shame-filled experience is because we're not just dealing with the present situation at hand. We have associations with accountability that are deeply rooted in past experiences, perhaps from our childhood or simply from false beliefs that we've carried about accountability. These negative associations can hinder our growth both personally and professionally. You know, brain science even supports this. Our brains are sophisticated prediction machines, not just simple information processors. This means that they continuously use past experiences to predict future events. So even when no one is shaming or blaming us in the current situation, our brains are very likely to stir up those feelings or emotions based on something from our past that it predicts might happen again. This automatic response can make it challenging to see accountability in a new light. But understanding this can empower us to consciously change our reactions and perceptions. Now, let's shift gears and talk about 3 transformative ways to let go of these disempowering contexts and embrace a positive outlook on accountability. Number 1, redefine accountability. Start by redefining what accountability means to you. As an adult, you get to say what accountability means to you. It doesn't have to mean anything related to pointing fingers. It doesn't have to mean anything at all. But you could bring an interpretation or a mindset that you want and that would be meaningful to you to accountability. You could make accountability mean an opportunity to take charge of your future. You could say that accountability is the best way to grow and learn. You could say that accountability is how you make sure that you show up as your absolute best. This shift in perspective turns accountability into a tool for personal empowerment and growth. Number 2, focus on learning, not blaming. When things don't go as planned, our instinct might be to find someone to blame, often leading to a cycle of shame and guilt. However, this approach is almost always counterproductive. Blaming and shaming create a defensive environment where individuals are more focused on protecting their ego rather than addressing the root cause of the issue. It creates a fear of failure, which stifles creativity and risk-taking, which are essential for growth and innovation. Instead, shift your focus to learning. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? What can I learn from this experience? This mindset not only helps in identifying what went wrong, but also highlights what can be improved. By concentrating on learning, you move the attention away from individuals and onto the skill sets or knowledge that needs to be developed. This approach fosters a non-threatening environment where mistakes are viewed as opportunities for growth rather than personal shortcomings. Number 3, shift accountability to focus on strengths. Rethink accountability as an opportunity to showcase and leverage your strengths. When you hold yourself accountable, or when someone holds you accountable, it's not just about addressing shortcomings or failures. It's essentially a statement saying, I see you as capable and competent. This perspective transforms accountability into a positive and affirming experience. In instances where there's a perceived failure or shortcoming, consider it as a potential untapped strength. Maybe there's a skill or unique ability that you possess that simply wasn't fully utilized in that moment. Reflect on how you can apply your strengths more effectively in similar future situations. This approach not only helps in overcoming the current challenge, but also empowers you to consistently bring your best self to every endeavor. By focusing on strengths, accountability becomes a tool for positive reinforcement and personal growth. It encourages a mindset where you're always looking for ways to apply your best attributes, leading to a higher sense of self-esteem and a more constructive approach to challenges. In this light, accountability isn't about fault-finding, it's about recognizing and maximizing your potential. Redefining accountability is a journey. It's not a destination. These are concepts that you will have to practice again and again and again. It's about challenging continuously our old patterns and embracing a more positive and empowering approach. Let's step into this new perspective together, transforming how we view and practice accountability. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights on leadership and personal growth. Until next time, keep leading and growing.